Sync. One thing that we vegans hear all the time is, but lions eat meat, and sometimes it's foxes, sometimes it's tigers. But for some reason, everybody always goes straight for lions automatically. But the argument is, animals eat other animals, so why can't I? And I'm going to try not to be too hard on this argument because I remember myself saying it once upon a time, but man, it's so cringy. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're not lions, we're not like lions, we don't behave like lions. If you saw a gazelle, you wouldn't be able to catch it, you wouldn't be able to pounce on them, and you wouldn't be able to cut through their skin with your teeth and your nails. Do these look like claws to you? That's why steak knives exist, and lions don't need steak knives. Another important difference between us and lions is that humans have moral agency. We have the ability to tell what is right and what is wrong. Lions do all kinds of things that would be awful if we did them. If a male lion finds a lioness with cubs and he wants to mate with her, he will kill the cubs so the lioness will mate with him. Can you imagine if a human did the same thing and tried to use lions though as a defense in court? Your Honor, I plead not guilty to infanticide because I had to kill her children because otherwise she wouldn't sleep with me. What? Lions do it? Are you gonna try and stop them doing it next? It would be the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard. Nobody really believes that humans and lions are alike. Can you imagine if we were walking down the street and you saw somebody pounce on a pigeon and start ripping them apart and eating them? You would think that person is genuinely insane, and that is a pretty fucked up thing to do. Now imagine again, we were walking down the street and you saw a lion do exactly the same thing. Now, once you get past the initial fear of seeing a lion in the street, you wouldn't think that lion's messed up or anything. You just say, oh, that's typical lion behaviour. There are plenty of things that lions do that anybody who says lions though wouldn't want to ever do themselves. Lions live outside, naked, with no Wi-Fi, dealing with hyenas, and they greet each other by smelling each other's genitalia. And I hear absolutely nobody say that we should emulate those behaviours just because lions do it. Humans can eat so much, whilst lions have to hunt and scavenge just so their families and they can survive. They are obligate carnivores, they have to eat meat to survive, and it's pretty clear that we don't have to do so, otherwise I would be dead. It's pretty clear to me at least that humans are not apex predators. We go to the supermarket, we lazily put something in our basket, we roll that basket to the checkout, and then we put it in our fridges at home. Absolutely nothing about that is lion-like. The gist of the argument is, it's natural to eat meat because it happens in nature. But that is something called the appeal to nature fallacy, and the reason it's a fallacy is because a lot of awful things happen in nature. Like, for example, rape happens in nature, and that is one of the worst things you can possibly do to somebody. So nature's a pretty awful place to base your morality. And even if I was to grant you that we're somehow lion-like, that's not a prescription to kill animals when I'm living proof that we don't need to. It's ridiculous. And also, sure, lions eat meat, but I mean, they don't eat eggs and cheese. Anyway, I think I'll leave this one here. It's probably going to be a super short video because it's such a ridiculous argument, but I hear it so often that I thought it was worth making a video about. So if you agreed with me, or you disagreed with me, or I made you see something in a new light, leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you're more sort of than that, leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But yeah, this has been a Bro Coli video, and I'll talk to you next time. Simple, it's gonna be like a 3-minute video.